for ways to just test the waters of bringing in the audience a little bit. So we know people at home have a lot of fun ideas.
Talked about The Walking Dead yet, and we've had a bunch of code field. Get yourself a happy little small. All right. Okay, so we haven't talked about The Walking Dead yet, and we've had a bunch of questions about it in chat. It was a departure for us, both for Secret Lair and just Magic in general. So what else are we thinking? What are we thinking in that space? Where is your head at, Mark?
Yeah, the Walking Dead drop was in many ways one of the more experimental things we've ever done. We've learned so much from that. It was the one we've unsurprisingly kind of paid the most attention to, collected the most feedback on, had the most conversations within the building, and with you all at home. So it was a huge experiment, and we've spent a lot of the time since then until now kind of digging through the data, collecting that feedback. I'll say there's no question. We know it was not popular with everyone. We know some people were not fans of that test or that product. We also know that it was our best-selling Secret Lair drop to date. And that wasn't, as we looked through the data and we kind of analyzed that, this is not just enfranchised Magic players like stockpiling these or banking them for later. This was people buying 1 or 2 copies. We had the most new customers to Secret Lair ever. We had the most kind of new to Magic customers of all time for a Secret Lair drop. And we know that we reached out to many players who these were their first Magic cards. These were the first Magic cards that they ever owned, and kind of this was their invitation in. So we want to kind of fully internalize all of that feedback, kind of parse all those data sets. We don't dismiss any of it. It's all important, and it's all going to help drive what we do in the future. So we continue to learn from it and talk about it. We don't have any announcements. I do think that in the future we will continue to try experiments in that space. I don't want to underestimate or understate how powerful that release was for us on a bunch of fronts in terms of growing Magic and welcoming a new crowd of people in to kind of become tomorrow's Magic player. So we saw some very promising, very exciting results on that front, and we're going to continue to figure out, what are the versions, and can kind of continue to get some of the upside that we saw, while also respecting the fact that we hear full well that this was not ideal for everyone.
Fair enough.
So, you mentioned that The Walking Dead was an experiment. What else are you going to be experimenting with moving forward in future drops?
Good question. So a bunch of she's done gorgeous work.
That's for the folios.
Voss Artist Series Art, another wonderful contemporary Magic to be in, or what cards or what timelines. We can just kind of skip all that and say we want to work with those two. Let's just make it happen, and then you end up with some great looking stuff. So that's, as I said, that's farther off, maybe 22. I can also share some info on one that's coming sooner. So coming next year, we expect. We don't have exact timing, but I think it'll come out next year. We're also doing an artist series with Johannes Voss. So Johannes Voss is another wonderful contemporary Magic artist. I think we have some examples of his current work. So these are existing Magic cards. Again, just like amazing use of color and rendering. What a talent. So we're working with him now. We have final art in from him. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you a final piece of art. We're not going to reveal the card it goes with, but we're going to show you the final piece of art. But we're going to try and experiment because life is short. So let's go ahead and show the final piece of Johannes Voss Artist Series Art. I guess and throw that up. But that's it. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Fans at home, yeah, right. Do not adjust your televisions. What we've done is we've blurred it out, and we're gonna slow motion reveal this. So I think we're gonna tuck it into the corner, and over the next several minutes, this will slowly come into focus, and in the end, it will be a fully focused version of the art. So we can just tuck that away. We'll check back in.
We'll chat in the meantime. Yep. Stick it down in the corner. Producer Sean.
There we go.
Yeah, so there you go. So as we're going, play along. So again, so this is an amazing piece. Johannes Voss coming next to your artist series.
Yep, and if you want to know more about the artist series and the artists that we're going to be showcasing coming up, definitely tune in next week where Tom, the Secret Lair AD, will be talking about a lot of them. So Mark, this is super exciting. You can see chat going nuts for the folios and for Johannes. So we've got a lot of old and
that name we want to kind of.
Yep, no preview out for that, but yeah, Fiona's
The packaging, how it was sold, how it got out. It's going to contain all 10 Pathway lands. So the world
are the 6 that were from Zendikar Rising, but all of the art
the same card, the same mechanical card that you can see in Zendikar.
And art and that are going to excite the players.
Voss piece.
the Voss art.
Speaking of art,
Combination of those two things, right? So, how does the team go about choosing those types of cards?
yeah, it's fun. You know what? Before I answer that, I realized can we go full screen on the fully unblurred Voss piece?
The Voss art.
Speaking of art, do we have that available?
I bet
Just want to make sure.
There it is.
Right. So speaking of art, so here you go. This is everyone coming to the Johannes Voss drop next year. Use your best guesses to guess what card it is, but isn't that gorgeous? And it's like
What
this
watermelon focused cards do we have?
That's such a good question.
Just noticed the watermelon. Yeah, lots of watermelon focused cards.
Yeah, melon travel.
Yeah.
But to me, this is like this is gorgeous, high quality work, and this is a style. This image is just a style we wouldn't normally get to on Magic cards, and the artist series unlocks that.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for
Literally combining like a bunch of different styles that like the classic
Right.
Johannes background that you would see, and then just this completely different style
Right.
that we haven't seen from him on a Magic card yet.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's great.
Right. All right, Steve, back to your question. So, yeah, so how do we pick these?